Tell us, how did you come across Atmos?
Well, for me, the Atmos method was
Was in your blood,
was
wasn't
in
it?
my blood.
Yes.
Because the creator of the Atmos method is my uncle, and he's my father's brother. And I've been hearing things about him since 40 years when we were young, but I was also myself very fascinated with traditional medicines, Chinese, Ayurvedic, yoga, and all this kind of self-healing and going and finding yourself and being compassionate to the environment and everybody around you. So I was very, very lucky that my uncle happened to create this method. And then I always ask him different questions like, how did you start this method? And he always answers me, I don't know, it just came to me. It was like he was inspired, but he's an engineer and he's very precise and he likes to measure things. So we also experienced a moment of wow when he went to China, and he had a knee accident when he was young. He liked to play tennis and he couldn't properly, and then in China they stuck some needles in his knee, and then he felt better. He says, wow, what did you do? And they said, well, we fixed your energy, your energy circle. He says, yes, but what's energy? In those days, 40 years ago, it was just had been introduced to the in America, but actually in France they had lots of information about Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic, because there's the Jesuit priests that travel around, and they were the knowledgeable. They were the teachers, and they liked to gather knowledge. And so he was lucky, and he studied in France with the Grand Masters there, and also he went to Taiwan, and he came here, of course, to India, and he put a method together. He said, okay, I like this feeling of what happened to my knee, the energy, but I don't like needles. So he started researching what kind of apparatus he could use in the way. So there was a few then on the market. And so he looked, he modified, and the same with the ledger antenna, which was used to measure earth energies. He did it to measure human energy, and he just went on and on and on. And I was very lucky. It was like, wow, So I started learning Atmos in 1993, 92, and I got my diploma in 94, and I've been practicing ever since. And it's like it becomes a part of you, because it's a feeling. You know it's right, or you know it's wrong. It's not, and it is intuitive. We have to admit that you feel things if they're right or wrong, and if you can balance them, because energy is there. We can't deny that. Even the huge rocket scientists, they're studying energy, and we have to know how to learn how to avoid or to balance energies that affect us, harming us, and to harness the good energies, and then that's life. And you feel good. You're just on track and you're balanced. So that's my lucky story. So that's how I got into the Atmos method.
So that's great, Widad.
Yeah.
And you know what?
What?
We didn't say his name.
Oh,
your uncle.
My uncle, Rene Nakashian. Sorry, I was so excited to talk about him. I was assuming everybody heard about him.